After the craziness that was April and May, things started to calm down for a bit. So let's take a look at the records that happened this month in June. The first record happened after midnight on June 1st, where I beat Mr. Unknown by 0.022 on the level Car is Long from World 4 with a 32.773. A few hours later, Wesso beat his own record on Car is Amazing by 0.058 with an 18.493. He also beat Evil Squirrel's record on Dukar's Dream of Giraffe Wheels by 0.332 with a 19.335. On the second, he beat the record on World 2 skull level, You Will Never Car Me Alive, beating Dodo by 0.285 with a 31.172. 2 days later, on the 4th, a new player by the name of Ruvi beat my record on Oh No, It's Your Car from World 6 by 0.203 with a 40.233. A few hours later, I finished the first ever run of What the Car 100% in 6 hours and 42 minutes and 54 seconds, where I got every trophy, card, and gold required to complete the book. A little while later, Ruby improved his time by 0.159 to a 40.074, almost getting sub 40. But the next day he would do just that with a 39.955. A few hours later, Tribun announced a new update that intended to get more people to come back to the game by making the special campaigns temporary. Fortunately, we linked every level to the spreadsheet so we can access them 24/7. However, this really does suck because they can't do another 100% run when this goes live. On a more positive note, this update made the skins available from the main room, introduced a few new levels to some of the campaigns, and introduced the daily leaderboards for all levels. That evening, I got the record on the level Turn Unlike Little Shortcut from the Meet the Developers campaign with a 10.476, beating The Brie by 0.881. The next day, Wesso improved his record on One Car Bumps, the Other Car Bounces from the Pinball Madness campaign by 0.159 with a 31.615. On the 8th, Groovy beat another one of my World 6 records, this one on Shark Cars Are Friends Not Food, by 0.18 with a 36.513. He also improved his record on Getaway Car from World 2 by 0.021 with 31.654. So a few hours later, Sky Landing beat it by 0.055 with a 31.599. Then on the 9th, Ruby beat it again by 0.043 with a 31.566. So then Mr. Unknown took it by 2 thousandths. He also beat Wesso's time on 1 car bumps, 1 car bounces by 0.139 with a 31.476. And you knew it was coming, so Ruvi once again beat the record on getaway car by 0.096 with 31.458. After tying my PB on the 10th, Mr. Unknown beat my time on Cars Long from World 4 the day after by 0.017 with a 32.756. He also got the record on Handle with Car from World 2 from Wesso by 0.038 with a 20.696. I then beat Mr. Unknown's time on Car is Long by 0.063 with a 32.693. The next day, after Defenestrator beat Mr. Unknown by 4 thousandths, I got the record on Car on Office Chairs from World 2, beating him by 0.096 and sitting the first 15-second time. On the 14th, Mr. Unknown got the record on Bumper Away from the Pinball Madness campaign, beating XC by 0.091. Our next record wouldn't come for another 11 days when Rivi beat Wesso's time on You Will Never Car Me Alive by 0.077, getting dangerously close to sub 31. Then, on the 25th, Mr. Unknown beat my record on Car is Long by 0.068 with a new route. The next day, he beat Dodo's record on Drop It Like It's Hot Wheels by 0.1 with a 58.516. On the 28th, he got the record on Who Cut the Road from World 1 from XC by 0.167 with a 30.705. A few hours later, he got the record on Just Legging It from World 3 from Wesso by 0.584 with an 8.87. Later that evening, I beat XC's time on Car on a Roll by 0.457 with a 22.538. The next day, Mr. Unknown beat 4 records in quick succession. The first was my record on Neum Out of Speedy Booster from the Oops All Boosters campaign, which he got at 26.533, beating me by 0.502 and getting the first 26-second time. The second was Glass Over Best Friends from the Meet the Developers campaign, where he beat Wesso's time by 0.08 seconds. The third was Neum Through Automated Race, where he beat XC's time by 0.105. And the fourth was Wind Down the Sneezes from the Carazy Wind campaign, where he beat XC's time by 0.111, dethroning his campaign record sweep. That afternoon, he then beat XC's time on Get Out of There Giraffe in the Handle with Car campaign by 0.032 with a 27.211. A few hours later, Ruby returned on Car is Long and beat Mr. Unknown's time by 0.008 with a 32.617. The next day, Mr. Unknown beat Learning by Burning's time on Mama I Just Broke a Car in the Handle with Car campaign by 0.005 with a 13.635. He also beat XC's time on Today's Forecast Wind by 0.025 with 7.412. And there we go. Those are all the records set in the month of June. Sorry for the delay on this video, I was on a family vacation. See you next month with the July recap.